What inspires your game ideas and gameplay? Could you share the story behind your game names and how you choose them? And how did you get into video game development? Ooh, that's a lot of questions. What inspires me to make games? I think I can take the ideas from a lot of different places. For example, for this game, for Lost Harmony, it's very much about observing nature and just how and about meditation and Zen Buddhism, philosophy in some ways. I suppose those are the biggest inspiration for Lost Harmony. For some other games I made, it was very much about a certain fast-paced feeling I wanted to have in the game, a certain style, something I wanted to show. For Super Sword was very much about I wanted to make a fitness game, and I felt like a vast majority of the fitness games that were in VR sucked or were not very good. They were more fitness than games, so I wanted to make something that would be actually a game. Often it's just a problem that I see and I would like to do. Sometimes it's like a scene of the movie that I think is really, really cool, and I'm just like, oh, that would be so cool to see. Sometimes it's observing the nature, sometimes it's philosophical ideas. The inspiration really comes from all over the board, from anime, books, philosophy, interviews, movies. It can be from anywhere. Like, it's really, your whole life is an inspiration. I find it a bit funny when people say that they don't have an inspiration. Like, dude, just look around. There's so many cool stuff happening. You can just change the form and make and find your way how to say it. And how did I get into game development? It was actually very straightforward from the start. I started trying to make games when I was maybe 8, 9. I think even before that. Yeah, probably even before that. And I was just like, yep, games are cool. I want to make them. That's it. That's what I do. Probably again a bit disappointing, but that wasn't really any like cool thing that came. I was just like, oh, making games, that sounds cool, let's do that, and I never stopped. It's kind of how it is. I think what makes games really cool is that it's a lot of different disciplines. I am interested in a lot of different things. Like I just listed a bunch of them, and I was talking about inspiration, but it's very very similar to that. Like I like reading about a lot of different things. I like learning about economics, politics, about history, about the other different shows and movies, and all the different things you can explore. And because of that, I couldn't really choose like a specific career because there was a lot of different things I wanted to do. And games somehow manages to capture all of this together. Games are a little bit of an art. They are very technical as well. They require you to manage things very well. They require you to understand colors, require you to have a really good artistic sense, and they also require you to have a good sense of timing and of gameplay and what's fun, and then of course all the programming behind it. So I find games very interesting because they are the most complex form of entertainment or art that I have ever found. It's like it has a little bit of everything, and I like doing everything because I can't pick apparently. So that's why I kind of decided games are what I want to do. Last one, the game's name, Lost Harmony. That's for this one. Super Sword was just because it sounded cool. It was for the VR game before. Box Tricks, a lot of them are just because it sounded cool, honestly. Not much of a brain there. Then for Lost Harmony, that actually had quite a lot of thinking behind it, but it was kind of picked on random from different options. Lost Harmony, it's kind of uncovers itself within the game. You can think about it as the harmony in the world was lost, but it lets you think about what was actually lost. Like, was it lost because people disappeared, or has the harmony now appeared again because the human have disappeared? So now we can see the animals living in a harmony because all the humans are gone. You can interpret it in many different ways, and the name still tracks. So I kind of like this idea of leaving it into the eye of the beholder and let the people pick what do they think the name means. There is not one that I would directly say this is what I meant with it. It is what you interpret it as. This kind of like very, very funny artsy like way of thinking about it.